Hey, what's up, y'all? It's Chris. First off, let me go here and shout out Crashville 78. Even though your name rhymes with the lesser city of Nashville and I'm in Memphis, I won't disrespect you in that regard. I'll simply tell you that I'm responding to what you wrote here with a post that I wrote a week ago. And I was like, you know what? I think I'm going to start writing about the flipping aspect because so many people are writing about flipping shoes and they're not telling the truth. So they're steering a bunch of you guys in the wrong direction. And I guess you have to always verify your sales status and show people how much you make. Okay, so I don't know if you can see that. I wish I could move it up closer in a way, but you know what? We won't worry about that. It says right at $3 million. That's on StockX. That's over 24,000 pair of shoes that have been sold. Obviously I could go there and look at that part of it and show you, but we're not going to go there because most of you can't flip shoes on StockX. All right. When you look at the best selling shoes, right? The new highest bid, average sold price, total sold, volatility, price premium, last sale, etc., highest bid. When we go to StockX and we look at most popular, these are going to be shoes that you can't get. And if you do get these shoes, you're going to pay a premium price for it. So when you're getting ready to start flipping shoes and stuff like that, man, you have to figure out your profit and your cost, right? So if you get a shoe and you have to pay retail for it and you don't have a plug, someone who can get you shoes at a cheaper price, let's say you are trying to win these shoes and you get them at retail, and let's say they cost $100, then you have to factor in the cost around that, which is taxes, which would be, between 5 and 10%. Some people don't have sales tax. That's you, lucky you. But let's say you pay 110 for a shoe, then to turn a profit on it, actually we can't even do that. We have to come back from 110 and we have to think about how much the company that you're selling through, if you're not selling directly to a person, then the company that you're selling through is going to take a huge chunk of your money. So if we think about business reports, and this is my Amazon page. Now I want you to look at the date and notice that it says 10/1/2022 to 11/7/2022. And what you'll see is flat, 0 0 0 0 0 0 0. That means I wasn't selling anything on Amazon. I decided to open my store back up on the 12th of October. So October the 12th, I was like, okay, I'm going to open the store back up. But I did not buy a lot of stuff to sell on Amazon. I was buying things daily in chunks and selling what I bought the same day, just putting it up and letting it sell through. But if you guys notice on Amazon, I have an average sale price of $122. This is important, and I want you to understand this because most of you guys that are flipping shoes, you use StockX, you use eBay, of course, you use Goat, you use Kixify, you use a number of these different channels because it's much easier to operate your hustle. And I'm going to call those hustles. I shouldn't put eBay in that same category because with eBay, you can build your own business. Amazon, you really have to understand build business because there's a lot of things that go into having an Amazon store versus just simply listing something on StockX and going from there, right? So you don't even have to know the consumer. You don't have to know how to sell. You don't know how you don't have to really worry about packing and shipping or anything. When you're on StockX, you simply sell. Now, what I was saying is, if you're going to get these Jordan 4 retros, you're probably going to pay $220 retail. And then if you're going to sell it, you're going to try and sell it at, let's go to it real quick and see on StockX what the average selling price is. So I'm a size 13. It always opens up there. We're going to scroll down to the bottom and we're going to get 6,000 sales at $311. So $311 at the worst case scenario, if you're a level one, you're a new seller, then you're going to be at about 12% on that. Okay. So 12%, think of 12% in this simple terms. $100, 12% of that is $12. All right. So $300. If you look at $311, you're saying 12 times 3, that's 36. So $36 added to 220 plus what? 36 is going to be 246. So you're paying 246 and the selling price is an average of 311 and you solve it. That means you're going to make $65. Most people would say That's not a lot of money. That's a great deal of money, man. That's a 26% return on your money. The problem is, more than likely, you only got 1 to 3 or 4 pair of these shoes, which is good. It's good, but it's not a consistent thing. You're not going to be able to get this sneaker every day, all the time. But if you have the ability to buy certain shoes, if you walk into a store and you see certain shoes on sale, that leads to an arbitrage model. Now, I was writing something a few days ago. I wrote this report, the top 10 sneakers to resell on Amazon. And the reason I did it is because I came up with these terms for resale. And I gave the words 3 different forms: arbitrage, supplementary, intrusive. I would dive into that, but it's in the description. You can click through and read what I mean by those terms. They're very important to understand. And that's because most of the time people are doing intrusive resale. Intrusive resale does not help the store. It does not help the consumer. It's simply you taking the hottest product out of the hands of the people who potentially want it and then reselling it to them at a higher point. It's not cool, but the majority of resale works that way. No, it doesn't. No, it doesn't. This is my point. I was about to lie to myself right here in the middle of this video, and thank goodness I stopped and was like, wait a minute, think about what you're saying. I was like Michael Jordan there. Stop it. Get some help. The majority of resale happens in arbitrage. It's the most overlooked by sneakerheads, sneaker culture. Arbitrage is when you can walk in the store and find things that are on sale. And when you get that thing on sale, you then go ahead and flip it. You're not intrusive, and you're actually being supplementary. You're helping people because you're helping some folks who may not have that shoe in their region get that shoe. But the intrusive aspect of resale using bots and stuff like that, it's no good for the industry, and it's no good for your business, to be honest, unless you have a ton of capital. Because to buy a lot of these Jordan 4s, you need stacks. Because more than likely, you're going to end up buying it above the retail cost, which means the price is getting driven up. But the profit margins really aren't going up that high. They're going to stay, 26% or lower. And once someone buys it from you, they're going to sell it and the price is going to go up because of that. So then people see that the price is high and they're like, yo, the price is high. We got to get these. And the reality is, I'm showing you a business report where I'm doing 122 per order. I think I've purchased, matter of fact, I have that. You know what? I won't open that file up. I know for a fact that I spent $13,700 on this to make the 25,000. Now your question is, how? How'd you do that? Arbitrage. I sold items that were not hot. The top 10 sneakers sold on Amazon right now. And somebody's like, oh, you giving up game. I don't care. It's not that big of a deal to me. The amazing thing about sneaker resale is there are so many retailers right now doing amazing sales. And I said amazing twice. I apologize. There's enough money out there for a lot of people to eat if you think about it the correct way and you have the ability to sit on inventory and you don't have to rush to sell certain things. But more than likely, the majority of the people out there aren't even looking at the shoes that are on this list. The Air Max 2017 actually took up 5 or 6 spots in the top 10 shoes that Amazon wants people to go out and sell on their platform. And this is the wild part. You have a 9.5 that's expected to move 200 to 390 units over the next 2 to 3 weeks up until Black Friday. That's one size. One size. The On Cloud running, if you can run across that shoe in black and asphalt, size 12, the opportunity score is how big of a good deal this is for you to pick up this shoe. 230 units are going to sell over the next 2 to 3 weeks in size 12. That shoe showed up twice in the top 10 shoes. Now, the way I broke this down, I excluded different sizes and I went with just the one that was selling the best size. So when I say that the Air Max 2017 had about 5 sections, it had 5 different sizes in men's, 849-559-0008, selling 200 to 390 units per size. Somebody's telling you to become a reseller, or somebody's telling you to jump into the resale market built on hype that does not sustain. And you really can't, you can stay in it if you have investors or you got dope boys funding money through your business. I mean, whatever the opportunity is, you have to have a considerable amount of cash to dive into the deep waters of sneaker resale in this way, because you're going to be paying so much for those shoes. You're either going to have to hold it for a while, and then you're going to have to sell it for a crazy amount. You're going to have the storage space for it. But if you're buying shoes that are moving in these numbers, and you can get 200 pair of 9.5s and they all sell within 2 weeks, who's making more money? The guy that got 4 pair of Panda, or the guy that got these, which are at the Nike factory store for $69.99 with an additional 30% off and selling at $110 to $130 a pair? Who's making the most money? Who's the person that's doing 25,000 on 200 sales basically from October 15th to now, which is 2.5 weeks? Who's the person making the money? Who should you be listening to? I can get on here and I can show you all the hype shoes. I can turn around right now and reach in the box and pull out a pair of Off-Whites and I can show you hype shoes. I am not doing hype stuff on Amazon. I'm simply explaining to you that the opportunity for arbitrage is a much greater opportunity than hype. And it's also less intrusive. It doesn't step on people's toes who want the shoes. It also doesn't get in the way of the people who are capable of getting the hype shoes and selling them at a pretty fair price. I'm going to cut this off. This post is in the description, so you guys can go to the post and look at it. Let me know if you want me to do more content like this. If you guys are like, well, let's look at your business reports and go beyond all of this different stuff. You know what? I think I will. I'll do it. I don't know. Let me see what table view looks like. Oh, it's just a table view. It shows you average units per order per item, 122, average sales, same date range from a year ago, 106. So last year, as a matter of fact, I'll go to the website. Last year, I opened up my Amazon store and then I closed it because Amazon started charging this stupid amount of money. And they started doing this thing called refund on first scan. So I closed it immediately again, and I hadn't opened it since 2016. So it had been years since I started using Amazon. But I was like, you know what? I got access to a lot of product. Let me check out Amazon. And I knew how it worked. So when I sat down to open up my Amazon this time, I was much better prepared for how Amazon functions. You need to be a business person to do arbitrage. It's not as simple as I'm saying, and Amazon's not as easy as I'm saying. All right? Don't run out half-cocked. Ask questions. I'll answer them as best as I can. Good luck, man. If you can go out there and get 1,000 pair of lost and founds, man, good on you. I'm glad you ran out there and got 1,000 pair of lost and founds and you were able to make $50 to $100 a pair. You killed it. Congratulations. Odds are you're not. Odds are you are not a backdoor person. You're not one of these guys that can just walk up and, do all of this different stuff. But here's the funny thing. I know people who are backdoor people, and the amount of money that they pay these managers for those shoes. I saw a guy with the Mochas pay a manager $2,700 to get 30 pair. Did he make his money? Yeah, he made some money on that, but that is not a sustainable business model. Something's going to happen. Somebody's going to come along with more money. The manager's going to get disgruntled, or the manager's going to get limited pair, or something's going to happen. The people that are in the store are going to get frustrated. They're going to snitch on the person that did it, and then everything falls apart. I've been in resale since the 2000s. Never got anybody fired. Really good friend to stores because they'll, hey, Chris, can you help us get rid of these shoes? And I'm like, yeah, are they on sale? And like, yeah, you can come over and get them. And I'm like, all right, I'll come over there and I'll get them. And those will be shoes that no one wants. No one. Iversons, old Air Force Ones, they're brand new, but it's not hype. It's not pretty. It's not sexy. I do both sides of it, but I spend more time on the side that helps people than I do on the side that's intrusive. Arbitrage is a beautiful model. That's it. I'm talking too much. I'm going on and on. I apologize. Hopefully this helped you. And like I said, you can go and check out the list. You got the Air Force One on this list on Amazon, the Nike Free Run on Cloudflow, Air Max 270, Air Max 270, Air Max 270. Those are 3 different colors. I probably should have pulled that and put different shoes in. But amazingly enough, that on Cloud is twice, Cloud and Cloudflow. And then you have the Brooks Revel 4. If you walk into a Dick's Sporting Goods, you can find Brooks Revel 4 is marked down to $69.99 in some instances. It's a $140 shoe. And it will sell for $110 to $120. There are opportunities out there. And the amount of, look at this, 120 to 510 units are projected to sell in a size 8.5 for the Brooks Revel 4. But you're probably spending all of your time chasing dunks. Which one's more readily available? Start thinking about those things, man. And I don't mind doing these videos. I got to start doing more. And I will try to do more. I'll try to make it weekly. And I mean, because I'm not going to be doing so many sneaker videos anymore. I'm kind of tapped out on that aspect of it, but I may jump back into it. I may not. I'll see you guys on the next one, which will probably be coming up real soon. I got a lot of articles that I need to turn into videos that are really good information. You guys take it easy. Peace.